tequila. It's true they drink more margaritas. And with Katrina, she loves Selena. She likes it hard. No soft tortillas. We playing FIFA in Argentina. The sauce is hot. And Aquafina. Man, I fucking love Taco Tuesday.
Oh, well, that's the end of that. Good night, everybody. No. Hello, everybody. Taco Tuesday here, and I'm your host with the most, Space Ghost, coast to coast. I'm smoother than butter on toast. And with me, as usual, is Sagittarically Speaking and Awake and Activate. Or are you guys my special guests on the show? I don't know. I get confused sometimes.
Hey, guess what? I fucking love Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, you got to throw in a few swear words in there, or else they'll make it for kids. They'll say, "Oh, that's for kids."
What? No, this show is definitely not for children.
Well, no, I know that. But what I heard was you have to use at least 6 swear words per show. Otherwise, they'll automatically label it just for kids.
I call the BS meter. I call the BS meter. It's the subject matter because I don't cuss 6 times on any of my presentations, and they're all for adults.
Oh, okay.
I have no problem with that.
I mean, if you're looking for an excuse to cuss, I mean, you don't have to come up with such an elaborate scheme, bro.
It's true that.
I try not to do it on most shows, but Taco Tuesday we can let it slip up every once in a while, you know.
Okay, like, well, was it like what 2 per hour? 1? I mean, what's the status quo on this?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you know, well, your F, that was 1.
What about my BS?
Yeah, but you didn't actually say it.
Yeah, but children know what BS means.
Well, yeah.
Bullshit. How about that?
There you go.
That work?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, well, we used up all of our cuss words for tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for being here, and you know. Man, speaking of BS,
yeah, let's speak about BS. Were we waiting on me, or was Hebrew missing in action from here when he was saying all that stuff? Remember, Sag? Yeah, that seemed really the holdup.
Yeah, I mean, what was the delay, man? We were sitting here waiting on you for like a half an hour.
Yeah, where did you go? Did you dimension jump on us and have to come back, or what? What happened?
I think you guys left my dimension. I think that's what happened.
You didn't mention Sag being gone, and I was in here talking to Sag. You said awake. It's
you know,
me holding it up.
Just between you and me, Michelle, Saggy talks trash about you behind your back all the time. I'm just saying. Oh, wait. He's here. Oh, no.
That's he really? Sag. You know what? I'll just tell you, I don't do it in kind. So you don't have to worry about me doing that. But if that makes you feel better, then be you.
Right. Well,
I think it's Hebrew, but Hebrew is self-reflecting, and he's mirror imaging it onto you.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna backstab my good friend, so I'll just take the blame for that one.
All right, you can take the blame, but I'm mirror imaging it right back to Hebrew.
I see how it is. About said my real name, did you?
I'm sorry.
We'll see. Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, actually, guys, what we were doing is we actually were looking up, out of curiosity, a new Mandela effect that's been going around about the HIPAA law. And what we found was that they are actually both in existence. One protects our privacy, our medical information, and the other is for the insurance company. So it takes nothing but a second to look up the definitions of HIPAA NHIPAA, and you'll see for yourself. So therefore, nobody has to worry about debunking, because this isn't a debunking that we were doing. It was a, oh my gosh, what is it? I went into it looking to see what it meant, and then saw that the other was still in existence. And Hebrews got the snapshots of the definition if he chooses to share them. So in there, we got that out of the way.
And as a responsible channel, it's our duty to clarify when we see something that isn't a Mandela effect, just as much as it is
a Mandela effect.
A Mandela effect. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be third. I'll be the third. Then we'll do it. Okay, gotcha.
And yeah, because you want to it's one of those things where you don't want to what's the words I'm looking for? You don't want to just add more fuel to the fire unnecessarily, because if it's not like we don't have enough Mandela effects as it is, and whenever there is one that whenever you find out one isn't, you're able to make sure one isn't one, then you want to clarify and make sure you're not adding. I don't know. Somebody help me out here. I'm having a hard time finding the words.
You don't want to toss a lot of misinformation in there and add. You don't want to add hot sauce to the Tabasco sauce. It's not
okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. The hot sauce to the Tabasco sauce. Thanks, Hebrew.
Oh my gosh, there's so much phenomena going on. We really don't need to add to it or take away from it. And I don't think anybody would have done anything like this on purpose. And I do think that what Saj said, that somebody that works in the medical field, in the billing department and things like that, would understand that lingo better than the common person. We don't use that because we don't deal with the insurance companies. So,
oh, here it is. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Both of the images and definitions are in the Taco Tuesday. So, yeah. So it's not added. So we don't want to muddy the water. Well, let's keep it crystal clear as we can, because there's so much going on that's impacting us with, there are multiple changes going on. And who knows, if we sit there and think that this is going on, we could actually possibly, I don't know how this all works, but we could make it disappear. We could make the HIPAA, which is our rights to privacy, disappear. We don't want that. We don't want our medical out there for everybody to see. And, that's just wrong on so many levels. We need our HIPAA rights.
Well, I mean, here's the first one. And of course, anybody can go look this up on their own. We're putting this out there. We're putting this information out there and basically, judge for yourselves, man. If you think, you still think this is a Mandela effect after looking at this, we're not trying to say one way or the other, but there's two different ones. And I think that's where people kind of get lost in the translation, is they're thinking.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you have, you look at the HIPAA there and you imagine that as Tabasco sauce, and then you look at the other one and you imagine it as red hot sauce, why would you have to add, hot sauce to something that already has Tabasco sauce on it? I mean, it totally doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And HIPAA protects us and our privacy, and the other is for billing insurance.
Yeah, let me show the other one there. Where am I? Yeah, hold on. Let me bring up the other one. I wish this had like a side by side, that
would be cool. Like one of those motorcycles with the sidecar.
Oh man, I tell you what, my wife always talks about, she's always wanted to be in the sidecar of the motorcycle. And you know what? I don't think I would be able to. I don't think she would trust me driving it, but I think she would want to be in the sidecar if, like, say a person that's that's got a lot of experience driving motorcycles, someone like Armor Up, for an example. He used to be a biker. Someone like that, you would trust more than someone, say, some average Joe off the street that doesn't really have all his shit together, like myself. Just saying, or even Batman. Like, if you can go and find a 1966 Batman, I'm sure he has much experience driving those motorcycles with the sidecar, don't you?
Well, I think maybe if you dressed up like Batman, that might give her enough confidence to let you drive.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I am Batman.
I'll have to try it sometime. But you know what? As soon as I share this, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give this room a miniature shout out.
What exactly is a miniature shout out? Like, do you just say part
Every
of their
other
name?
name?
Right. I just say, like, for example, let's just say Go-Kart Bob's in the house. Then you would say, Go-Kart Bob's in here without a wrench. And then you say,
Without a wrench? Why do you have to say it like that?
Yeah, I know. Why you got to mention the wrench at all? I mean,
well, I have to do it just to make people jealous of the others that do have the wrenches.
Oh my goodness gracious.
oh, I see. As if there's not enough separation and division in this world already. You felt the need to create more. I totally get that. All right.
Well, hey, we have to entertain ourselves sometimes. We have to. What we sometimes should do is like
Blame shift.
Throw things in there and make people fight in the chat, and then that would be I think that would be such a good thing. Just like it could be a good contest. Like, we'll have people fight in the chat, and whoever's the loudest cusser, or whoever wins the fight gets a wrench. What do you think?
But they can only attack you.
Oh man, just me.
Only you.
Yeah. Whoever attacks anything Hero's talking about the best.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They have proven themselves worthy.
Purpose and grace. I'll take a hammer even. Just even it out with a hammer. I think I would rather have a hammer.
Well, hey, you got to do what you got to do. I mentioned one time a red screwdriver. I think that would be awesome.
I think a tape measure would be the most fitting to measure all the BS that's going on around here.
Yeah. Are you talking about just my BS in general, or
just in general? No, yeah. I mean, I wasn't being specific to you, but now that if the tape measure fits, measure it.
Okay. Okay. Well, man, my ear itches. So there we go. Okay. Let me go ahead. Seriously, give the shout out. Doesn't matter if you got a wrench or not. In fact, I made sure everyone's equal and only threw the wrenches out to those who are on the panel. Not that we're higher and mightier than the rest of you. Just saying, just because, we have more experience of throwing people out and putting them in timeout and, never mind. Anyway. Yeah.
If you weren't retracting your own messages earlier, I would have banned you from your own show.
Yeah, I know.
I can't do that to you.
Yeah.
You're the only one with immunity. All right, do your thing.
I got the red scarf. It's the immunity scarf.
Yeah. No, I'll find you.
I know you will. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well, you're taking too long. I guess I'm going to have to do this shout out.
No, if you do it, you'll electrocute them with your spears of Sagittariusly electricity. Like that ball that was.
We've had Michael Fontaine has been in here for almost 2 hours.
Well, I guess he is giving the shout out. All right,
yeah, he gets
shout
a big
him out in
shout
the
out.
beginning, middle, and end. So start with him, and then in the middle again for him, and then at the end when you're done, a shout out for him again.
Dang, so bossy. Do you hear this?
Hey, this is what you get when you throw me under the bus, buddy. When you were the one missing. You were missing. We were like, where'd he go? What's going on? And then we find you in the chat.
Yeah, I'll admit I was being rather
You're keeping the chat busy,
right.
getting them riled up, blaming me, getting them ready to, yeah. So that's why I said any and all attacks are welcome and validated due to Hero's personal policy, but they must be against him.
You guys.
All right, room shout out. I'll be quiet.
All right, and then we got The Truth Sets You Free, Purpose and Grace, Go-Kart Bob, and let's see here. We also have Armor Up, Raven Hawk, and I don't see anything else. That's
Michael
it.
Fontaine. Michael
Fontaine.
And Michael
Yep.
Fontaine.
And Michael Fontaine.
One more time. I don't think he
Michael Fontaine.
didn't get enough shout outs. Oh boy. I promise you guys we do have some substance here, but we're breaking it in gently. Well, the HIPAA thing.
Oh, by the way, everybody, teaser alert. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't.
Uh-oh.
If you stick around, you might get to hear the oldest Mandela effect of all time.
Unless I shut him down, and then he'll be, he won't be able to do it. So,
yeah. But I mean, it's possible I may have found the oldest Mandela effect of all time. That's right. You heard it here first.
Down. Don't shut that down. I want to see
all,
that.
Of all time. This Mandela effect's been around since the Stone Age, you could say.
Yeah, you could say it's so huge it's Jurassic.
Oh man. But we won't get into that right now. Now for the news. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No. We're going to tease that for a little while. Let it simmer.
Oh, okay. Let it simmer, then served. Yeah. Oh, he muted. Everybody's muted up by me, huh? Oh, I see how it is. You're going to leave my butt out on the line to dry. Okay.
I'm back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
I digress.
Seriously though, man, I'll tell you what, I had something weird happen to me the other day. No, today, I mean. It was today. I was talking to Armor about something that was in private, and I forget what it was. It might have had to do with his new video that he just released, which, by the way, his music got for the video, so he had to take it down.
Wait. What happened to the music?
His music got, so
what does that mean?
His own song got taken down?
Yeah, it got struck down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's like a sound effect. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, well, now here's the weird thing about all this. This happens in the wake of our Shifty Sunday getting shut down because something that he put on there on the air that belonged to the Animal Planet. So apparently, guys, Animal Planet is very protective of its very protective animals. I don't get it, but that's just the way it is. But it's weird that, that got shut down. That was Sunday, and then Ron's music got shut down today. So tell me if that isn't telling you something's happening to us.
Oh, yeah. Every time I post, I have to put it through and have it go through have a person view it, because it shuts my post down every single time, just about.
I don't know.
Ever since they went to that beta system, it's it's a mess.
I'll tell you what, though, if any of you guys want to go check it out, if you haven't already, I put it back up, and it's Shifty Sundays, our last Shifty Sunday we did is back up there. So anyone wants to check that out, I encourage.
Yeah. And if you didn't catch it live, if you haven't seen it already, it's probably one of our better Shifty Sundays we've done in a while. So I highly suggest or recommend that you go check it out if you're into that sort of thing.
The only thing missing, I guess, is the eagle portion, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, he story out, but the video just got cut out. But he was still able to show
Okay.
the clip. Yeah, the not the clip, but the newspaper article.
Cool. Yeah, I wanted to see the presentation. I just got to the presentation, and then wham, it just like vanished. The whole
We had
thing
a pretty
vanished.
cool. We had a pretty cool audience that night too. You were there. Yes, I am saying that you're a cool person. So
Yeah, I know. I was on the show, man. I know I was there.
Why you? I didn't mean you.
Yeah, I was there, but I got there late. So I just came in at the very end. I got the whole eagle portion, but I was at the very end of the other presentation, at the very end. And then I figured unless I watched the entire thing, I'm not going to get it. I couldn't pick up where I came in at. So I just listened to it. And then Armor went on with the eagle, and I got to see that. Thank goodness. But I went back and rewatched it because I really wanted to see the presentation because it looked amazing. I mean, there, looked like a lot of effort was put in, a lot of different clips and a lot of different shares there. So, and I just about got to it, and I paused it, went on to a private chat with someone for a little while.
And then it went, and then it
back
went,
to it, and it was gone.
it went.
It went.
Yeah. I like you guys try to do my sound effects, by the way. Awesome job on them.
Bing.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the human soundboards. Thank you. Oh man, you guys are great. But no, man, it seems to me, and this is just my opinion or my thoughts, it seems to me like not that our shows are under spiritual attack, and Armor's under spiritual attack.
Yes.
It really does. I mean, think about it. How many Shifty Sundays have we done that have none of them have even, I mean, there's only been one or two where we even so much as got a copyright claim. And usually you get a copyright claim, everything's okay, they still play your video and blah, 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 and everything's fine. But I've never seen it get to the point where they've actually shut us down. I've never seen that before.
So
That
did they
just
give you
means-
a strike? I'm sorry, Sag.
No,
No, go ahead. You're right. Did they give you a strike?
No. It was, all they did was block it, and they said, this does not affect your channel, this is not a strike, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know exactly, like if it's blocked, you would think that would be a strike, right?
Yeah, but they said that they had a new policy, so I want to make sure that they're doing that the way they said.
Oh.
Like the second one, you won't be able to live stream for 7 days, and the third one, it could be 30 days, or you could lose your channel. The first one is like a warning. Warning, Will Robinson. Warning.
Well, I will say this, guys. Speaking of live streaming, when I got on here to do this today, it said I have 17 hours and 47 seconds. So just letting you guys know, we may have.
All right. So we actually have to keep it under 18 hours a day.
Yeah, man. We can't do an all-night show where I'm falling asleep at the keyboards. So
Okay.
let's
That
try not to do
sounds
that.
fine to me.
All right.
Yeah, we'll use up all the 17 hours all in one long edition of Taco Tuesday.
Well, you have normally it's 4 hours a week, right? Shifty Sunday and Taco Tuesday, because your other one that you put out is a video that you premiere. Is that right?
Yeah, that
Okay.
doesn't count, right?
So, and you have 20 hours, so you actually do have some slack, so you should be okay. Because we're already at the 21st.
Oh yeah, that's true.
and then it'll roll over. So you're good to go. I mean, we're not good to go for 18 hours straight, not even 9 hours. So
Yeah,
please don't do that to us. We're begging.
I'm gonna use it all in one swipe. No, but Saji, I do watch some of your stuff sometimes, and I believe you came across something. This is something that Moneybags already covered, but I do believe you go further into detail on this. Am I not right?
To be honest with you, I haven't seen Moneybags video or his present. I haven't seen what he's done,
Okay.
so I have no idea as to know that
So you
how
really-
in depth his coverage was. To be quite honest with you,
You really came across this on your own then.
well, no, I saw the meme. I'm going to share basically on Twitter, and I downloaded the image and saved it, and I thought we'd talk about it. That's about how in depth I've gotten, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I haven't watched anybody's YouTube today. I was really super busy
Well-
today with other things, with family matters.
This one came across, I think it was on Moneybags channel maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
But not everybody who watches,
I don't
Taco
watch all of them.
Tuesday necessarily watches Moneybags. So
No,
thought
I
it'd be
know.
worth mentioning and, putting it out there and talking about it and seeing
Sure.
what, how everybody else, let our audience partake and see, discuss amongst each other,
Oh, that's
the
nice.
way we normally do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. This is a Indiana Jones Mandela effect, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, to make a long story short, how do you guys remember the Indiana Jones hat? If you put in like maybe a color and what kind of material you think it's made of before he shares the image.
See, that's one thing I think Moneybags didn't cover was the material or color. So I think he just described the shape.
Okay. Well, I personally remember it as being like a dark brown, like a mahogany brown, and I remember it looking like suede or leather, like an outdoorsman hat. And I
Yeah.
remember it having like around the brim having some type of leather strap or something like that, with so that you could adjust the tightness of the hat. You know what I mean?
I don't
And-
remember
and-
that part, but I do remember the color that you're describing in it being suede-ish looking and like a bolo cap with the rim
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah.
Like
And it had two big indentions on it, and it just was a cool hat. I just remember thinking how cool his hat was.
Well, here's what I'm gonna present because it does have three choices. So we'll let them decide.
Well, what's chat saying now?
They're
Oh,
saying floppy leather, brown leather, yes, suede type, dark brown, and that, okay, no string, maybe like a crocodile Dundee. The middle one is, well, yeah, but a little darker.
this one
I'd
here
have to go with the one on the left for
on
me.
the left. This
Yeah,
one.
the darker brown one is the way I remember it. And you see how it's got that leather band right there around the
Well-
thing where you can adjust it like a belt, the tightness of the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, not a
I
string.
don't-
Okay, I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, I didn't remember string like that went around his chin, but yeah, that's kind of like a bolo hat, like, and they all three are. It's just the shapings of them are different and the colors. But I don't remember. I remember it being darker brown than the center one, but not quite as dark as the one on the left. Definitely not black.
Here's
Now, if you don't mind, Hero, bring up.
hold
like-
on. One second.
Go ahead.
1 second. Hold on. This one to me kind of looks like a drill sergeant's hat almost. The top part, not this
Too
Brown.
firm. Yeah.
belt buckle thing, but this here, the way it's shaped, the way it goes up, and then you have the sergeant symbol, almost like right here where it would go, like a drill sergeant. And this one here is the one I most remember. I remember it this way. But this one here kind of looks like a top hat to me. It looks like something Mr. Moneybags would wear, the Monopoly guy, you know.
Right? Yeah, it's a bit tall. Like it's almost Abe Lincoln-esque, you might say.
That's what the problem is that I'm having with the one on the left. It seems too tall.
Now, if you go and you just type in Indiana Jones and do, on a search engine, Hebrew, and look at current images, and we can see what it is now.
All right. Let me go to before I do that, let me go ahead and stop sharing. Whoops. Real quick. So I can get to it, and then I'll restart the sharing, okay?
Sounds good.
And
can you see the comments, Michelle? Did anybody else add anything to the conversation?
Yes, they did. Hang on a second. Every time I mute and unmute, I have to. Okay, somebody said with a feather in it, dark brown with a, and then somebody said feather. No string, maybe like Crocodile Dundee. And then Purpose and Gray said it. The left, the one that you chose as the one is closely relating to. 2 for the style and 1 for the color. Dark brown with a feather. I thought it was in the band. And then they're agreeing with each other, pretty much.
All right.
So
I'm not sure about the feather. Maybe now that it's mentioned, I kind of vaguely remember him having something in there, but I don't know. I don't know about the feather. Me personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. What am I doing here?
and Purpose and Grace said floppy leather.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to describe it.
And Michael Fontaine said brown leather.
Did you say Michael Fontaine?
Michael Fontaine, brown leather.
Did you say Michael Fontaine?
Yes, I said Michael Fontaine.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she said Michael Fontaine.
Oh, she said Michael Fontaine.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like as in Michael Fontaine.
Please don't leave Michael Fontaine.
Nice theme music.
There's this hat. This has got several. This looks like there's several different versions of this thing. Look at this. Okay, let me.
I mean, for the most part, it looks like it's the gray color, though, right?
This is the one to me that stands out the most. Look at this thing.
Look how tall it is.
Yeah,
it's too tall. It's way too tall. It was much more snug to his
How
head.
would you be able to walk through caves without it falling off? You know,
Bumping
you
his
could constantly be knocking it on the top of the cave.
Now here's some much. See,
that's more like it right there. That dark brown.
Wait, let me go back. Yeah, that's what I remember too. But
it's cutting off the top. We can't see how tall it is.
Right. There's another version. I think that this is the latest one.
Yeah, he looks like he's kind of a little older there.
Yeah.
You know how leather and suede, like different sunlight, exposure will fade it out, or
exactly
kind of different colors. Because sometimes it looks like it's a shade of, it's got some green in it, green and beige, a beigey green, like that one.
This right here is how I remember it, and this looks like he's much older. I don't know. I could be wrong. But let's go through them all first before we.
Hey, Pre.
There's the action figure.
Okay. You see, that's the way I remember it there, the one you just had.
The one I had before this?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. That one?
Yes.
That one looks a little bit too tall for me.
But it is a little on the tall side, but it's the closest one I've seen yet.
But think about how far down it is. Well, now it's not. Depends on how far down on his head he's wearing it, how close to his eyebrows.
They all look like kind of. What the heck is this?
I know, right?
That looks like something.
Somebody squished it down.
It looks like something that. Who are those two guys? You know.
Laurel and Hardy.
Yes, Laurel and Hardy. Yes,
But they wear those those like super round caps.
that's what that kind of reminds me of, man.
With somebody squishing it down with their hand.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely weird. This right here. That's how I remembered it. Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, everything.
Yeah, he only looks about 3 inches taller instead of 10 inches taller, you know?
Well, yeah, but I mean, the color and everything's how I remembered it.
Right.
The truth sets you free said, I mixed up Indiana Jones with Crocodile Dundee. LOL. No feather.
No, Crocodile.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and look up Crocodile Dundee while we're in here.
Sure. Why not? And hello to you, Free. Much love. Hobo hat. Purpose and Grace said it was like a hobo hat.
All right, we're going to go to strictly images here. And of course, he's got the teeth. It's got the crocodile teeth here. I mean, teeth? Yeah, teeth. Right?
Yeah, I have to say, I think Crocodile Dundee has the cooler hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more like cowboyish. It's squared off and rounded at the top. You know what I mean? It doesn't have those dents in the front like Indiana Jones.
Exactly.
There you go.
By the way, he is on the Mandela effect list. I'm sure you guys are all aware of. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that the way he says it?
That's the way I remember it.
That's not a knife. Now that's a knife.
Yeah, that's the way it is now.
Oh.
Well, I don't remember it I remember it the first way.
Yeah. Oh.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
We actually covered that. I think. Did we cover that, or did Dan cover it?
I'm not sure. You know, we talk about so many. As time goes by, it all becomes a blur.
Oh yeah, he got in trouble because I told him about it on in a phone call. When he was doing the phone call, he got in trouble for showing the clip.
Oh, okay. But it's such a short clip. I think you get 12 seconds of free, don't you?
No, I don't think.
Nope.
But
Not unless you put up that Fair Use Act and what your purpose is, educational or parody or.
Oh, okay. So we need to make sure we do that from now on, Hebrew.
Well, here's the thing, Tedgy. There's another one that I mentioned up on Dan's show. The Crocodile Dundee movie has residue of what's it called now?
Well, now we got our second cuss word in there for the day.
Oh well.
Okay, you want me to read some comments before they roll out of my site?
Sure.
The chat
Sure.
is busy. By the way, XSLE is in the house. Wanted to let you know that. Go Kart Bob's in the house.
I was going to know, is Michael Fontaine still here?
Pre says, Michael Fontaine?
Michael Fontaine.
Still here? Did we run you off, Michael Fontaine? Okay. The truth sets you free. He said it had a tie around his head on his hat, is how she remembers it. Preliminal says he remembers Dundee with a beige hat, and now it's black. So, there's a lot of different blendings going on here and confusion. I remember it looking more darker for Dundee and lighter for Indiana Jones.
I remember one of the enemies having a beige hat.
Well, who was the guy from the movie Romancing the Stone? Was that Douglas Kirk?
Oh, wait, look at this, guys. Look at this. There's the feather.
Oh, there's the feather.
Yeah.
Yep. I think he stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni.
Yeah. But now that we're on this subject real quick, I called in Dan's show one night, and there's some residue in Crocodile Dundee for Grand Central Station.
Oh, yeah, I have heard about that before.
Yeah.
Sag, Michael Fontaine said, yeah, I'm watching. He doesn't want his name popping up, but we're too late for you, man. You're the special one of the evening.
Yes, he is. He is. He is our VIP of the day.
Michael Fontaine. I like saying his name, too.
Yeah,
it does have a certain ring to it, don't it?
It does. Like it.
Well, what I'm going to do here in a minute, for anybody that's interested that would like to see that residue for Grand Central Station, there's a scene where she's looking for him, and
it's the very end of the movie.
Yes, the doorman says, "Well, he's gone walkabout." She's like, "Well, where at?" And he's like, "Well, he's gone down to Grand Central Station." And I think there's actually a sign in there somewhere that says Grand Central Station. So for those of you who are still in doubt that one's a Mandela effect, when in doubt, check it out, I always say.
All right.
Ew, is there a bug in my French vanilla? Oh, wait, no, never mind.
And you had something you wanted to present as well, didn't you, Hebrew?
Huh?
I thought you had a... Oh, no, I thought you had one as well.
No, I have nothing.
Okay.
But I think Exo Silly is in here. She snuck in here earlier, and Preliminal's in here as well. Prelim, I remember you from way back, brother. I remember back when I was on the Jason. Why do I keep wanting to say Jason Hawes?
McFarlane?
Yeah, Jason McFalls. Back when I started out. Yeah. Well, he does McFarlane sometimes, I think. Especially when he's had a few too many. But then we call him Jason has McFarlane. But no, seriously though. That's way back in the good old days I first started out. And I think Prelim was in a couple of those what do you call? Oh yeah, live streams. He was in a couple of live streams with us. So I do want to thank Preliminal for being around and being a big supporter of the Hebrew channel. Yes, thank you.
And there is much more covered here than just Mandela effects. We may get into what the video I posted earlier on 2020 about the wolf moon and then the Schumann. So no worries. This channel talks about everything. It's got Mandela, but he also has his stop shoot little characters, that he puts in and does those. So there's a lot more going on. I'm glad you're here. And thank you for supporting. That was a nice, really sweet comment. Thank you. And the truth sets you free. If I go over there and look, it's better to send it to Hebrew because I'll lose everything that I got going here with the pop-out chat and everything. So I can't check right now. Sorry, Hebrew. I know it's your show, but I'm got the chat pulled up so I can see them.
Yeah, no problem, Prelim. Thanks for, everything. You know what? Here's the thing. I want to go ahead and show you guys what video I think I hold on. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I got to go do something. I'll be right back.
Oh gosh. Is he leaving us or is he gonna listen in on us? One never knows.
100% sure.
He does do that to us time to time. You want to do another shout out since so many more people have joined the room?
Well, yeah, that would be great if you want to go ahead and do that. Can you do it?
Well, no, I thought you did an excellent job.
Okay,
but when you say
hold
Michael
on a second.
Fontaine, we're going to have to say it, just like we've been. We're patterns here. We're finding all the patterns.
All right. Oh, we got all right, let's see here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if we mentioned this or not, but we got Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine?
Yeah. Purpose and Grace. CJ Wood. Zoselli. Exoselli. Lorraine Lamore. Purpose and Grace. Why are you kissing everybody as I introduce them?
I'm clapping.
Oh, okay. I thought it sounded like kissing.
I'm giving them applause.
All right. I don't know if I mentioned preliminary. I got thrown off track now.
How do you kiss if your kisses sound like this? I'm scared of you and your wife. Your poor wife. A little more gentle, dude. Sorry, didn't mean to throw you off. Go on. Lorraine Lamore, the truth set you free. Did you mention Michael Fontaine? Sag, did I lose you?
Oh, my bad. If I go off of the page for after about 30 seconds to a minute, it mutes me on my phone. But yeah, I think the speaker on my phone makes it sound like a kissing noise. I don't know why, but
I'm just giving you a hard time because you're so much fun.
But I think I covered everybody. I don't know what the last one you heard was, but Purpose and Grace, CJ Wood. I tell you guys what, I'm down here in Florida, like St. Pete area, Tampa Bay. It is freaking cold down here today. Right now it's like 40 something degrees. When I woke up this morning, it was like 32 degrees down here. I know where everyone else is, it's probably, I don't know if you could hear me. Did you hear me talking about how cold it is?
Mm-mm. No.
Yeah, down here in Florida, it's like, I woke up this morning, it was like 30 something degrees. And right now it's probably in the low 40s, high 30s. It's really, really cold down here in St. Pete, Florida. Hebrew, you do realize you're on screen share, right?
He's muted.
Hebrew? Oh, well, I guess we'll just have to bear with him. I don't know what he's looking for.
This show's so fun. Anything goes. He must have found it now. He's like, okay, I'm going to pull up screen share.
I forgot I was on mute. I was trying to talk the whole time. In fact, I was laughing at your 40 degrees thing there, Saji.
Okay.
You know what we call 30 degrees here where I'm at?
Winter.
30 degrees here where you're at?
We call it a warm front.
Oh, okay.
In the winter.
Yeah.
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 You know what my temperature was last night?
10 degrees.
You're close. 15.
What? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
We're
just
showing
saying.
71 degrees.
Oh my gosh, you guys. No way. You guys. By the way,
You do realize you're screen sharing, right?
yeah,
Okay, just making sure. What are you looking for?
I had it back here. Sorry if this gives anyone a seizure. But
He pauses on the butt.
right.
Typical man.
Hey, you know. I do that for research purposes.
Sure you do.
I'll have to remember that line.
There you go. No, I was trying to show there's a hat that the bad guy's wearing, and Crocodile Dundee was wearing that at the end of the movie because he was trying to dress like the bad guys. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, I
No.
remember that they used to always have the villain in a black cap.
Yeah.
They didn't ever made a Crocodile Dundee sequel, did they?
What the hell you? I mean, what are you talking about?
Like there was never a Crocodile Dundee 2, was there?
There was a 3.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Shows what I know.
there's 2 and 3. In fact, I think this one I'm showing is from 2.
Hebrew, the truth sets you free. Wanted me to pass on a message that she sent something to your hangout. She said it still is not what I recall, but it's different than Dundee.
Well, let me go ahead and shut this down. And, were you messing with us, by the way, when you said there was no sequels to Crocodile Dundee?
I just didn't recall that there was. But now that you mention it, did they ever do one where he stays in Australia?
Well, he was in Australia for the most part of the first one.
Oh, okay. I thought he was in
one,
New York and for the first one.
well, the second one starts him off in New York, and he's in New York for the duration of the movie, and then they go back to Australia towards the end of the movie.
Okay.
But then in the third one, he's in Los Angeles,
Ah, that makes sense.
and he has a kid. He has a kid in the third one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a crocodile. What would that? A crocodile Ruri?
I see what you're saying, and you are trying to be funny there, and I get that, and I do appreciate the effort.
All right, yeah. You know, they all don't hit. You just gotta throw them out at the wall and see what sticks. You know.
Yeah, just like
I get it. A crocodile mini me.
there you go. No, isn't a roo like a name for a baby kangaroo, like a roo?
Yeah, that's true. You caught up on that. Good job.
Oh, well, thank you. I do get them sometimes, you know.
I mean, for on the fly, I give it a C plus at least. I mean,
All right. I'll be generous and give it a C plus. You're right. That's still not as bad as my the 2 guys walking across the beam of light joke. So I guess we'll let it slide.
yeah, that one was pretty. Because if I remember correctly, I know you're going to turn off the beam.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was okay. But we're losing people. You guys get back here. How dare you? How dare you leave the show? Oh, there they are.
You lost one flipping person, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because he had some work to do. But he can get that done and come back. I'm sure we'll still be yammering on.
Yeah, it was funny though. You know what, guys? As soon as I said that, like when I was saying that, there was 11 people, but as soon as I said, "Hey, you guys get back here," it
There's
showed.
15 or
Yeah,
14.
yeah.
You have plenty of people here. You got a good crowd.
No, people. They listened to me. Is what happened. I said, "Get back here," and they did. So
Yeah. See, Vivian, or I'm sorry, the Truth Sets You Free said it's in your
Oh,
Hangouts.
oops. Yeah, we've been yammering on here for a little bit. Vivian, I promise we will get to it here in a second. But I think Saji's got something else he wants to share real quick, don't you?
Let me look.
I hear you flipping pages.
You do?
Yeah, I think. Are you going through your notes?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. So, yeah, if you want, we can do the oldest Mandela effect of all time.
yeah. Let's do that, and then we'll get back to Vivian's proof. But let's do that real quick because I think the audience has been patient long enough.
All right. Yeah,
Jurassic.
we're an hour in. Okay, I'm with you. All
Yeah.
right. So let's see. How do I start this? Should I introduce the concept the same way I introduced it to you when we had when we were on the phone earlier?
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. I like that. Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right. So we're going to talk about the Flintstones. I think most people have seen the Flintstones, at least one or two episodes sometime in their life. And Fred Flintstone, the main character of the show, he had a particular meal that he was quite fond of. It was a burger. What kind of burger was it? What was the meat that it was made out of? And let's see what chat is saying. All right.
Brontosaurus. Did you see it? Are you looking at
Yeah.
chat now? Okay.
Yeah, I am now. Go ahead. You can do it if you don't mind, because I'll go mute and I won't even realize it's happening.
Okay. Two Brontosaurus. One was The Truth Set You Free, and Lorraine Lamore. Brontosaurus.
All right. So Brontosaurus, and I would distinctly remember them being Bronto burgers. But the Mandela effect doesn't lie in the episode of the Flintstones. I just use that to bring up to make sure people still remember the Brontosaurus. He was probably one of the most popular dinosaurs besides the T-Rex and the pterodactyl, and then the
Barney.
or the Stegosaurus, and then the Brontosaurus, right?
You said when you were saying the most popular dinosaurs, you forgot to bring up Barney
and Dino.
Barney. Yeah. Okay. All right. But we all agree that there was a dinosaur, and he was called the Brontosaurus. And
was he purple?
No, and he didn't sing to children.
Well then, okay. Just wanted to make sure.
All right. So, with all that being said, in this current timeline, the Brontosaurus is no longer a dinosaur. There's no longer a dinosaur called the Brontosaurus. So, however, there's still lots of people who remember the Brontosaurus.
Everybody that responded said Brontosaurus. Several people agreed.
And there was even a time in 1989 when the U.S. Postal Service put out a set of 4 stamps depicting the 4 dinosaurs. And anytime you're ready, you can show the stamp there, Hebrew, whenever you get around to it. And it was apparently a big deal because it was a big, huge embarrassment to the U.S. Postal Service that they got the name of the dinosaur wrong. Because apparently, at one time, back in the 70s, early 80s, the science community decided that they made a mistake, that there really was never a Brontosaurus, that the archaeologist or whatever that had found the bones was in some type of race with another archaeologist, and they accidentally put the wrong hat. The wrong skull on the wrong dinosaur or something like that, and I have an article here. I was going to try to read it, or parts of it here, to kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about. So, the Brontosaurus is a sauropod dinosaur, about 75 feet in length, lived around 150 million years ago in the Jurassic period. And this guy, in 1877, it was discovered by Othniel Marsh, who was in a race with Edward Cope to discover as many dinosaurs as possible. If at some point you stop hearing me, somebody tell me, okay?
You're coming through 5 by 5.
Okay. All right. So in 1903, in his haste, he did not realize that it was the same species that he had discovered and named the Apatosaurus a few months before. So in 1903, the mistake was discovered, and the official name became the Apatosaurus, with the Brontosaurus being a synonym. And then in 1989, the U.S. Postal Office issued a set of dinosaur stamps using the name Brontosaurus, and they were accused of scientific illiteracy, even though some museums continued to use the Brontosaurus name for several years after 1903. But if the mistake was corrected in 1903, how do so many people in this current timeline still remember the name Brontosaurus and not remember a big fiasco? I mean, I don't remember a big fiasco with the post office putting out these stamps and being embarrassed by calling it the Brontosaurus. As a matter of fact, I don't know of anybody who knows if I said, that looks like an Apatosaurus, they would even know what I'm talking about. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A select few scientists defend the Brontosaurus name because that name translates to thunder lizard and is more descriptive of the animal, because when it would walk is so big and large and heavy, it would sound, when its footsteps would sound as thunder. But guess what the other name translates to? Deceptive lizard. Brontosaurus means thunder lizard. Apatosaurus means deceptive lizard. Now, isn't that kind of strange? And then apparently it all comes down to him accidentally putting the wrong skull on the wrong thing that he had already done a month earlier. So in 2015, since the 80s, however, the name has disappeared from books and museums exhibits about dinosaurs. The famous beast was suddenly gone. Surprising, however, in 2015, he may be making a comeback. Why did he leave? And now why has he now returned? Basically, well, the long and the short of it is the Brontosaurus, a member of the family of dinosaurs that walked on four legs with long neck and long tail and sauropods, was a victim of a war that played out over 100 years ago. It's basically repeating the same thing I already said. Hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, if this was all settled back in 1903, my question is, why do so many people still know what a Brontosaurus is and not what an Apatosaurus is? But apparently in the movie Jurassic Park, the scene where the lady's driving in the Jeep and that dinosaur that sneezes on her in the movie, where it sneezes and it like blows snot all through the inside of the Jeep. I don't know if you guys remember that scene or not, but in that particular scene, they refer to it as an Apatosaurus, but nobody knows that they really mean it's a Brontosaurus because nobody knew what an Apatosaurus was to question it, because it's never brought up ever in today's reality that they're the same thing. And I'm curious, has Chat ever heard of a Apatosaurus? Have you Hebrew? Have you ever heard of the deceptive lizard? Or Michelle? Or anybody?
No, I have not, but I am very familiar with the brontosaurus. So that's odd, that anomaly. And I'm waiting to see what the chat has to say, because there's a little delay. But I did check with them, and they were hearing you 5x5 all the way through everything that you just presented. So
All right. Yeah, I just think that that's a weird thing. It really does seem to me like it would be something that that should be common knowledge that everybody would be aware of if it was really the case. And everybody growing up in the 80s and 90s, and even, you know, that somebody would know what an Apatosaurus. You would think that it would eventually become a famous dinosaur. Little kids today are still, I have to assume, are still interested in dinosaurs, and they're in. That's when I was the most interested in them in grade school, and you
yes.
would think that some kids would still have interest in them, and they would have. It just seems like it would have came up.
Okay,
But
Exocelli says to Saji, he says, the only deceptive lizard I've heard of was the great serpent in the Bible. Interesting perspective there, because that is true. And then now we've got one that is actually linked to the deceptive lizard and in the Brontosaurus family. Very interesting. Very
yeah,
interesting.
I thought so as well. And I happened to be listening to a podcast where people were talking about this subject, and there was a bunch of like, yeah, and they weren't even they, they weren't even aware that it could possibly be something like that, because they were all like scientific buff people. They were they're like the people from Big Bang Theory type of interested in dinosaurs. So of course those kind of people might know already. And one of them said, this is the one that used to be called a brontosaurus back in the early 1900s. And I'm like, what the heck are you guys talking about? It was called a brontosaurus when I was a kid. So anyway, I thought it was worth bringing up and bringing to everybody's attention.
Yeah, I brought this up. I got this from Brontosaurus. Wikipedia. And I can click. Let me click the history thing. There you go. Can you guys read that?
No, I can't read that. You're going to have to read that.
All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Sure. Let's hear it.
In 1879, O.C. Marsh, a professor of palynology at Yale University, announced the discovery of a large and fairly complete sauropod skeleton from Morrison Formation rocks at Como Bluff, Wyoming. He identified it as belonging to an entirely new genus and species, which he named Brontosaurus, exclusive meaning thunder lizard, from the Greek bronto something meaning thunder, and saurus meaning lizard, and from the Latin exlus, noble or high. By this time, the Morse Formation had become the center of the Bone Wars, a fossil collecting rivalry between early paleontologist Othniel Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope. Drinker Cope, really? Because of this, the publications and descriptions of taxa by Marsh and Cope were rushed in the time, which you mentioned. Elmo Riggs in 1903 edition of Geological Series of the Field Columbian Museum argued that Brontosaurus was not different enough from Apatosaurus to warrant its own genus, so he created the new combination Apatosaurus exclus ex, I'm sorry here excluses for it. Riggs stated that in view of these facts, the two genre may be regarded as Simonous,
Synonymous, and the other word was genre.
oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I almost said genre. I don't know why. As the term Apatosaurus has priority. Brontosauruses will be regarded as synonym.
Synonym.
Cinnamon. Thank you.
Synonym.
Nonetheless, before the mounting of the American Museum of Natural History specimen, Henry Fairfield Osborn chose to label the skeleton Brontosaurus, though he was a strong opponent of Marsh and his taxa. And that's pretty much all I'm going to read about that. There's much more on here, but of course, this is Wikipedia, so anybody can, if they want to see it, they can search this. If you guys can see this on my screen, let me know. Let's see. I guess you know what? I'm going to go ahead and read this on down to where it says Brontosaurus down there. At the Yale Peabody Museum, a skeleton was mounted in 1931 with a skull unique from all the others. While at the time, most museums were using Camarasaurus cast, the Peabody Museum sculpted a completely different skull. They based the lower jaw on Camarasaurus mandible, with the cranium resembling Marsh's 1891 illustration. The skull also included forward-pointing nostrils, something truly different to any dinosaur, and Finister. What's that word, Michelle?
I don't know where you're at, hon. Run your mouse over it.
Oh, sorry. I'm funny. Right here, this word.
Cranium?
No.
I'm
I'm going to highlight it.
Fenestrate?
Yeah, fenestrate. Thank you. Differing from the drawing in other skulls. No. What's this word again? This one here.
Don't highlight it. Makes it. I can't read it
Oh.
when it's blue.
Apostrine. What's that? Apaturine. What is that?
Apaturine?
Yes.
Skull. Yeah.
Okay. Apaturine skull was mentioned in literature until the 1970s, when John Stanton, McLuntish, and David Berman redescribed the skulls of the, oh my gosh, this again, Diplodocus hold on, Diplocatus and Apatosaurus. They found that though he never published his opinion, Holland was almost certainly correct that Apatosaurus and Brontosaurus had diplodocus-like skull. According to them, many skulls long thought to pertain to Diplodocus might instead be those of Apatosaurus. And the end. Okay, that's all I've got on it. And then there's this thing you guys can look at, the little illustrations here.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like mostly what it boils down to is the skull, and it seems like there were still some museums, some books, or some things back in the early, back in the 70s and early 80s that still called it the Brontosaurus. But since then, it has been common knowledge that the Brontosaurus the guy had the wrong skull. He misnamed it, and now it's the Apatosaurus. The thing is, most people don't have any recollection of that. Not that and if it's been the Apatosaurus for all these years, how come this is news to us? That's what kind of, I don't know. It just strikes me kind of funny.
And I know that that little boys in particular are always into dinosaurs and army men and things like that. So they know they're dinosaurs. I mean, like, they know they're dinosaurs. I just don't like the fact that they make these words that are almost impronounceable, and try to make it more difficult to cause confusion. That's why a lot of times I just highlight it in blue and let the auto reader. I know people don't like that, but sometimes, it's better because of all of these, $100 words that they throw in there to cause more confusion.
Yeah, it does read like a medical journal, that's for sure. With all that Latin.
Exactly. I mean, your reading was great. It was just the verbiage, the words, the names, the things that they were putting in there, and the names of the people are usually the hardest things to say.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the ones that you were reciting should have been the easiest ones to say, but they make things so difficult.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had trouble with those, and I had trouble with there was a Bible reading I was doing a week ago that had so many difficult names in there. I'm like, why can't they just call these guys John Paul or Willie or like Jim, Joe, John, Jack, Jake, Willie? Why not? Why do they have to call them such difficult long names like Thaddeus and Messiah?
And even putting swords at the last of it would be fine because we understand that it means it's a dinosaur, So, yeah, Jonosaurus, Janosaurus, Paulosaurus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
English, please. English.
And the other thing, on a side note, I noticed on those 4 stamps was the T-Rex, the Brontosaurus, I think it was the Stegosaurus, and the Pterodactyl were the 4 that the U.S. Post Office made stamps for. And the Pterodactyl also has a different actual name that's slightly different than pterodactyl on that stamp, but I think that's just a case of, I don't think that's necessarily a Mandela effect. I think that's just them using the scientific name versus the most common version of it. So I haven't really looked into it, but it's worth just noting as a side note.
Okay, speaking of side notes, here's the picture that Vivian sent me earlier about the hat, and that hat is way different.
Yeah, it is way different.
My gosh. I'm wondering, though, as I was looking at this, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, I'm wondering if this is a still photo that they took during general photography before they actually shot the film.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's no context with the image,
You know,
But it is different than all the other ones we saw.
it sure is.
Either that or maybe it's from one of the sequels.
Well, I don't know about that. It looks his face looks the same, and well, he looks the same in all the movies, I guess. But what I'm trying to get at is, can Vivian tell us in the chat where she got the image, and maybe we can see what it might be from? Is what I'm saying.
I mean, I didn't see him pop up on any of the ones you were looking at earlier.
Right.
Yeah, she'll, here in a second, I'm sure she'll respond to you.
Okay. Well, we'll give it just a second. But that is odd. That you're right. It didn't show up on any of the images when I typed in the images. So that is weird. You would think there'd be at least one.
Okay, she said, I recall the hat as a light beige and it has a strap that wrapped around over his head to his chin to hold it on, and it had a feather to me. But you're asking where she got this actual image. Can you send him the? Oh, she said she got it on Google. She Google searched it. I always use Bing. I'm a huge fan of Bing because I get more of a broad scope of information on Bing than I do on Google.
Wait a second. I got an idea. Let me stop screen sharing. I think I know what to look for now. Hold on.
Is he leaving us again, Saji?
No, I'm not leaving.
Okay.
Okay, make sure.
What was the name of the other movie? Lightning Jack. I'm trying to think because he wore hats in almost all of his movies.
Yeah, are they the same hat in each one? Maybe not. Because the one when you use in Australia, of course, is going to have that dusty look because of, he's out in the, doing his crocodile hunting, out in swampland getting dirty.
Lightning
But then he
Jack.
went to New York.
It looks like in Lightning Jack he was wearing the same. Okay, no, this is a Western. Okay, yeah, that's right. So he's wearing a cowboy hat. Oh, wait, no, there it is. This was not from Crocodile Dundee. Wait, sorry, guys. Sorry. I'll stop it.
Turn that off. Turn it off.
I'll try to stop it. I can't stop it.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Or mute.
There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. This is where she got it from. Right here. Boom.
She said she got it on Google, but she scrolled way down.
Check it out. Check this out. I was able to duplicate it by looking up Lightning Jack. So let me go to screen share. And I can't click on any of these because they're all videos. But it does show pictures. So here we go. Let me know when you guys see my screen.
We see it?
Yep. And there it is.
And she said that it came up from Crocodile Dundee in her search. So.
Okay, well, do you see the hat?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, with him being in both movies, I could see how it could have showed up in a Crocodile Dundee search. I mean, that's understandable.
Right.
Well, he kind of got typecast, really.
Yeah.
From the Dundee series. So, they kind of kept that look for him to keep him recognizable.
This is the same exact image here with the hat and the scarf and the kind of coat there.
Yeah.
Don't click. Yeah, those are all videos, so don't click it.
No, we'll get, yeah. Take that, Animal Planet. Ugh.
Right up the wazoo. But you've got your fair use now, so
yeah.
You can use things. You're not trying to make money off of it. You're trying to share information. So,
right. This is educational only. It's educational purposes. So,
yeah, as long as you pop up that fair use somewhere in your video, and you have the manual review or whatever, they will they'll let it go because you have put up your rights to use that material for those purposes. It can be
Well-
even used for satire.
Yeah, I wonder if like if we showed a dinosaur video, if they'd be like, "Oh, that's a strike. You're done. We got to take down this Taco
let's
Tuesday."
let's not do too that close together, please. I want to see your channel grow and prosper.
Yeah, I thought it would be cool if we just watched all the Jurassic Park movies. We got 17 hours. Go ahead and start the first one.
Yeah.
No, don't do it. I got busted for that big time. Don't do it. I was
Take
trying to
that.
share Rick and Morty, man. They shut me down quicker than you would not believe.
They shut it down quicker than hot sauce jumping onto Tabasco sauce.
But some people can have Rick and Morty's up there all day long, but other people just cannot. I just wanted to have a break in
Well, no.
the seriousness and have some fun. Nah, YouTube was not having it. Neither was D-Live. They shut it down too. But maybe because Rick and Morty is shown on TV. It's not shown on TV though. It's on cable.
Yeah, it's on TV. Well, cable.
It's on
Yeah.
Adult Swim cable. I mean,
Right.
that's not offered on regular antenna TV.
But Adult Swim does have their own website, so it might be that too.
I don't know. These other people are not with Adult Swim.
Hmm.
You can still watch Rick and Morty's. So all you have to do is in the search engine on YouTube, type Rick and Morty and enjoy. It's just when I tried to share it, because I own episode season 1, season 2, and season 3. And so I was going to play a season and then take a break and then play another season. And I was up maybe 5 minutes, and then I was being ornery and I restarted the stream again, and it let me up for like 3 minutes, and then I restarted the stream again, and then I was up maybe 2 minutes, and then no dice, man. But this was long before all these new policy changes and everything came into play. So yeah, don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't push the envelope. We want to see you grow and expand and, continue doing what you're doing. It's fun. I look forward to the Tuesday shows. They're relaxing. They're fun. They're funny. There's humor added and a lot of facts. So you've got satire and education all bundled into one.
Also, the Rick and Morty show kind of shows you a little bit. It kind of ties into the Mandela effect a little bit. The way they go to different universes, like anyone who's Mandela affected and believes in the multiverse can check out Rick and Morty and see there's a clear message there for them. And the ones that believe that it's because of interdimensional rift between time and space, that kind of stuff is on there as well.
And Michael, I don't know if we can do that since some are really strict. He would have to pop up because we have been researching Crocodile Dundee and Indiana Jones. But he said to check out the Crocodile Dundee 2, the Twin Towers in the beginning.
I don't know if I'll do that or not. But what I might do is pull up maybe a photo of it,
or pull it up and play it at double speed, or something along that line, so it's not.
And mute the audio.
Yeah, and play it at double speed.
What is it? What is the?
He's just wanting you to see that the Twin Towers are in the beginning, and he wanted you to check out Crocodile Dundee, and he says Crocodile Dundee 2, the Twin Towers. In the beginning.
The 2 is in front of the
2. Yeah, it's Crocodile Dundee, the second release,
right.
Second movie. when he goes to New York.
Well, yeah, I understand, but I mean, what's the deal?
Just showing the Twin Towers in the beginning. Is there something significant,
That's what
Michael, with
I'm
the Twin Towers
trying
that's
to
going
ask. 'Cause
on?
the Twin Towers is in a lot of movies, so I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you know, is it there a symbolism in it? Is that what he's? I'm assuming that's what he
Yeah,
means.
I mean, what's the what are
Purpose and
we? What are,
grace.
yeah, what are
And
we?
what Michael Fontaine wants, he gets.
I mean, we did say his name about 187 times.
I
Yeah.
don't see. We're not quite there yet, but we're working on it. Michael Fontaine.
Hey, there's Mr. Von King. Hey, Eddie Von King, the real one, has just popped in the chat.
Hi,
Well,
Eddie.
hello, Eddie
Um,
Von King.
let me. Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
Touche. Purpose and grace. That was funny.
I've got a personal Mandela effect that I want to share with you guys, and I want to ask the audience first. Well, I'll ask you guys too. But do you guys, you know, those Carfax commercials? Any of you guys?
The one with the fox in it?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. The Fox has a shirt on, and it's supposed to be the logo for Carfax. What does what do you guys remember him having on his shirt? Is the question.
I don't watch regular television, so I don't get like those kind of commercials. So I'm no help here.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the commercial, and it's been years ago, like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. But I'm trying to remember what I remember on the shirt. I don't have a clear recollection.
Well,
Give me like a multiple choice to choose from.
Well, no, here's the thing. I'll tell you right now. Michael Fontaine says Car Fox and Eddie Von Keen says Fox, right? So they apparently received the download or whatever it's called. Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't remember Fox being on the T-shirt, and I'll tell you why. Because the mascot, yes, he's a fox, and the joke is people are saying Car Fox. They're not saying Carfax, they're saying Car Fox. And the fox is the mascot, and he's wearing a T-shirt. And now, in my memory, and what I think is logical, is the shirt is saying the name of their product. It should be saying Carfax with the fox wearing it. But with the fox wearing it, I guess it would say Car Fox. But I'll let you be the judge. Do you think this looks right to you guys? Hold on, let me get the. I guess it would help if I got the screen share thing up, huh? Let me ask in the audience if this looks right to them. Hold on. Does that look right to you guys?
I'm gonna have to say, yeah, but not like I don't have a strong recollection, but I get why it says Car Fox on the shirt that the Car Fox is wearing, just so that in case you just looking at the image, you know who he is. It's like he's basically it's like a name tag on his shirt, but at the same time, I can see how it would be. You could make the case that it should be Carfax as well with the actual Carfax logo. So I'm not really. I don't have a. I'm not really strong one way or the other.
I'm going to say I don't know what he's advertising. And like I said, I had no horse in this game. But to look at this image, I have no idea what this logo even stands for. Is it, because I've heard of Carfax, you find out what, before you buy a used car, what it's been through and things like that. You get the facts, the information. So I'm not sure what this Fox is trying to sell me, or and I have to agree with someone in chat said that it looks more NASCAR-ish than it would for, getting the facts on your vehicle before purchase.
I'm inclined to think that this right here, that it should be yes, he's the mascot, and yes, we get the joke that people are mispronouncing it by saying, "Hey, it's Car Fox." But if he's wearing the T-shirt, should the T-shirt not have the logo for the company? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Especially if he's the mascot for it, if he's the
Right.
logo, if he's part of their imaging, then yes. Because like I said, I look at it, I don't even know what he's trying to sell me. I don't know what's going on there. Looks like a cute stuffed animal to buy for my grandchildren.
Right? Yeah, it should say, okay, but like this kind
And it's trademarked even.
Huh?
It's trademarked. See the R?
Yeah.
The copyright? Yeah.
And this to me looks almost like the Fox logo, like they do for the, like you said, the NASCAR or whatever.
Now, I do know they did a play on words, FAX instead of FACT, but
Right.
that's still part of their logo. And we understand if he was wearing one that said FAX, I would understand that that is to get the history on the vehicle, on a used vehicle before you purchase it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this should be facts, like FAX. If they're showing that they're doing a play on words, and I get that. They're doing a play on words just from calling him a fox,
He looks more like a teddy bear.
Yeah, true. Let me.
Foxes have narrow faces and they don't have the wide head like a bear does.
Here's what I want to do. I want to look up some more stuff right now. And 11 thing.
You want me to read the comment first?
Mm-hmm.
From Eddie Von Keen?
The real one.
The real one. Okay, he says, anyone remember when Charles and Diana got divorced? I clearly remember the divorce settlement forced Charles out of becoming king. I remember that. You cannot have a divorced king because they are actually like a head of a church. And that was a big hoopla that went around when they got a divorce. So
I concur. I strongly remember that as well.
And he said he gave it up to William and Harry. But now lately I keep hearing Charles is getting prepared to take the throne. A Mandela? That was the second comment that he made. Hey, Armor Up. Those are kisses.
Oh, okay.
Those not claps. Those are kisses.
Oh, okay. You see here, I've got all this stuff up here.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go get the VIN number off my vehicle real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, he's in a different color shirt. Go down.
Huh?
Scroll down a little bit.
Down.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, okay.
I thought it looked like he was in a different color shirt. Never mind. You just go on.
I bet I could find something on eBay if I wanted to totally investigate in this and do like a because I remember watching these commercials a ton. Like I remember when they first came out.
Oh man, they saturated TV worse than the credit score commercial. Remember the guy that sang 1-800 or checkyourcreditscore.com? Remember he was like a singing pirate or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
It was scam across it. That's interesting in itself. Can you make that one bigger?
Sure.
Well, the reason they do that is because you're supposed to be clever like a fox, and that you're clever like a fox because you're not getting scammed. You're finding out the history of the vehicle before you buy it. See, that's the whole
What does that top thing say?
Are they saying Carfax is a scam or?
Is it saying that the car was actually in 2 accidents and they were trying to say that it was not?
I
And
guess so.
the car bearer figured it out.
Yeah, I guess so.
The car bear. You're so funny.
The car bear. Right.
He's like Bernstein.
Uh-oh. I think we're on to something here. Bernstein. Bernstein.
Bernstein.
Bernstein.
Much love to you, Armor Up.
Um,
Much love to everyone in the chat. The chat's been automatic. I mean, just amazing with their participation and everything to this show. This has been great.
Oh yeah, it's definitely quality over quantity around here. We might not have the hugest chat room in the world, but boy, do we got some really good ones in there.
It's growing, and they're actually participating with the show, and that's great. That is awesome.
wait a minute. Who's got a let's see here. Who's got a what's your top Mandela there, Purpose and Grace? Tell us your top Mandela and we'll put it on the board.
Okay, she said that's my top Mandela. What did you just look at that? Because she just called it out.
Was she talking about the one I just had on there? Or?
We'll find out.
I don't think that they
Oh,
can't.
Bernstein.
Oh, I started to say.
Bernstein there. Okay.
Yeah, I started to say.
We talked about. Oh. Yeah. Or was it the love for Armor Up, or
right?
What's went on?
Bernstein. Ooh, hey,
It's always been Bernstein. It was named after the author.
Bernstein.
I don't understand.
Berenstain. Ooh, see what I did there?
Mm-hmm. You covered them all.
That's right. Yeah. And if anyone has a question or needs to know an answer or is searching for the answer, can't find the stupid question. Is that how that song goes? I don't know. You can ask me, Sagittariusly speaking, Awake and Activate, because here in a few minutes, we're going to open up the phone lines. So,
and are you going to share that before I interrupted you with the chat comments? I don't mean to interrupt when you're talking and stuff. I just want to try to help the chat be involved in the show, if that's okay with you.
That's true. But I don't know. I still don't know what context in which they were. Like, is there an index code? Is there a special code? Is there a special message? Do you just want to see the Crocodile Dundee 2 against the
and may not match our memories is what I'm assuming.
Okay. Crocodile Dundee 2 has this shot.
Michael Fontaine? Are you talking about Michael Fontaine, Armor Up?
Nobody can explain.
Come on, Sag. Come on, Hebrew. Where's your Michael Fontaines? Are you guys sick of it? We have not made 186 of them yet.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. I couldn't get back fast enough. I'm sorry.
Very funny, Eddie. Very funny.
Yeah, I was on mute. Couldn't get back fast enough to participate.
Okay, you can say it now. It's all good.
You see what he did there? He's saying it like it's new.
What's new?
What Eddie Von King is saying. He said, Kit Kat is the biggest Mandela, no dash now, LOL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no way.
Are you? Oh, yeah, we should act like we don't know.
We'll break you off a piece.
I actually did a video. No, wait. No, I'm sorry. That was Kmart.
Oh, it shows the Twin Towers and the Statue of Liberty in the same shot, which would mean
oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, that's good. Oh, thank you
Let me,
for the clarification.
Crocodile.
Pardon.
You guys can talk amongst yourselves if you want.
Can we talk amongst ourselves? We've pretty much been doing that with each other all the way through. through and through. Anybody in the chat have any comments or anything they want read out?
I can put it up there on the thing. Okay, we're going to look at. There's 2 videos here. Wait, what is this? This is a trailer. What is this?
Dogs. I'm gonna mute.
This one's off of some guy recorded off of his VHS. That's weird. That's not the beginning of the movie. Come on, guy, get with it. Well, why is she putting a monkey inside of a cage? This makes no sense. That's from Crocodile Dundee 3. Is this guy even serious right now? Oh, okay, never mind. This is where he blows up the fish with the dynamite. Let's see. All right, yeah, come on, throw it in the water. What is this person? All right.
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
This would be an interesting way to go fishing. Okay, right there. Boom. Let me pause that. Okay, guys, I got it up here, and I don't even have to play it.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
said he found it in images, so you could find it in still shots if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I got it up here in a Whatchamadoodle video.
You know Whatchamadoodle? I love Whatchamadoodles.
Yeah. They're better than whatchamacallits, I think, in my opinion. All right, I'm going to blow it up. That's what he's talking about right there. Do you not see it? Like, here's the towers and there's the statue.
Which is right there in New York, where we've always remembered it to be.
Yeah.
Not
So
New
now,
Jersey. Wow.
Crocodile Dundee has 2 residues in it. That's kind of cool, guys. Now, you know what? While we're in this Crocodile Dundee type deal, I'm going to go ahead and pop up that clip that has him saying Grand Central Station, all right? While we're in this whole Crocodile Dundee. This is our Crocodile Dundee Taco Tuesday special, everybody. Let's see.
Oh, so you're saying we're having croc talks? Croco tacos?
Croco tacos, yes. Man, that sounds good, actually. I heard crocodile meat was tender. Oh, boy. Never mind.
I think I had croc or alligator or crocodile, one or the other, jerky once, beef jerky. And I didn't feel the least bit bad about eating an animal that I knew could possibly eat me. I feel like I won. Although, I digress.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Victory. The only one that could eat you, you ate it.
Yeah, I was the apex predator that day, buddy.
That's right. You had the victory, and yeah, you totally inverted the paradigm there.
Oh, wow. This is weird.
Don't worry, guys. We can't see it either.
Let's see here. Let me get out of YouTube. I got too many things going at once. All right, hang on. Ending of Crocodile Dundee. Oh, yeah, just the first one. Okay. Let's see what we got here, man. I think well, okay, let me go here, zoom it up, and here you go. I'm going to show the scene. If it goes away, guys, the ones that are in here, you guys are watching this, you're watching this. And if it gets taken down tomorrow, then oh well, I can't help it. Oh, wait, I know. I'm using this for educational purposes only. There. That is your only warning you will get.
He's using the Fair Use Act for copyrighted material for education, parody, and satire.
There you go. Let me know when you guys can see this. Can you see it?
Yes.
I'm not going to speed it up or nothing. The hell with it.
No, I thought I'd go walkabout. I'll wander around, take a look at America.
How long?
As long as it takes. It's the quickest way out of town.
If you're looking for adventure, there's a subway about 2 blocks that way. It'll take you to Grand Central Station.
Boom. There you go. Did you hear him? Everybody hear that? Is everybody?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. Let me play that one more time. One more time.
About 2 blocks that way. It'll take you to Grand Central Station.
There you go.
Wow.
He calls it Grand Central Station, not Grand Central Terminal, not Grand Central Shangri-La,
Not
Grand,
Union Terminal.
huh?
I thought the other one was Union Terminal.
Union Terminal.
Union Terminal?
Oh no, that's what it's called in Cincinnati. My bad.
Union Terminal. No, what it might be after this, who knows? You know. One more time for those in the back that didn't get to hear it.
Looking for adventure, there's a subway about 2 blocks that way. It'll take you to Grand Central Station.
There you go. Okay, well, that's all the Crocodile Dundee stuff that I know of, unless someone in chat has something else there that they want to bring up, and I'm not closing this down until there we go. Okay. All right. Now, if you guys want me to, I can open up the phone lines.
Go for it. It's your show. We just go with the flow.
I'm with Purpose and Grace there. She says her dad would always jokingly answer the phone and would say Grand Central Station. I remember those terms being used as well.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. My dad used to do that, or somebody. I just remember it when I was younger. That was something you would say when the phone started ringing a lot. What is this, Grand Central Station?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely a term that was used, and it was in movies. I know it was in movies. Besides Crocodile Dundee, it was used. So, and they weren't talking about the little. They weren't talking about the little section there that where some people are saying like it's just a little section off to the side that they were talking. They were talking about the thing that they call terminal now. They were talking about that. They were talking They were talking about the whole station. They weren't talking about just one little tarmac or whatever. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Do you know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean, but do you know what I mean when I say what do I mean? When I say what do you mean to what do I mean? What do you mean? You know what
I
I mean?
have no idea what the heck you're talking about.
But yeah, well, you know what? I was going to open up the phone lines, but I
Or
guess
maybe 15, 20 minutes?
huh?
Maybe 15, 20 minutes?
No, I don't think I want to open up the phone lines. I don't know. Let's vote on it. You ready? Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Do you want the chat involved in this vote?
Yeah. Do you guys want the show to go on for another hour or an hour and a half?
Huh?
Or would you like to watch Fred Flintstone sliding down on the Brontosaurus?
Man, you really know how to strike a tough like decision, man. Like, how am I supposed to decide between that?
Purpose and Grace has opened up a can of Mr. Potato Head.
Now that is exactly what I'm talking about.
She must have been in our chat there, Shifty Sunday.
Yeah, I believe so. That is definitely an inside joke.
Yeah. That's funny. But
Next time somebody really makes me mad, I want to say, don't make me have to open up a can of Mr. Potato Head.
yeah. Hey,
Why does it have to be an hour and a half?
I was just kidding. Gee.
Oh, okay. Scared me.
I'm saying, like, you never know who's going to call in. Now, if Vivian calls in, it's going to be an extra 2 hours.
Stop it.
So is that what it is? You're afraid you're going to get a caller that you just can't get off the line?
Yeah. I'm not going to mention any names.
You always have that. You can always do the dubious. Oh, well, it looks like we've somehow lost them.
My internet's run through a tunnel. I can't hear you. What is that you're saying?
Stop.
You remember that? You remember when cell phones were brand new and people would be like,
All right, can you hear me now?
I'm going through a tunnel. What's that?
Yeah.
That big commercial, that's why it made it so big, because our calls always dropped. And that can you hear me now commercial was so huge.
Or if you answer the phone and the person's like, "Hello, is Mr. Sagittarius speaking there?" I'm like, "I think we got a bad connection. You're gonna have to call back."
Oh my gosh. Just open the phone lines for a few minutes. If people want to call in, they can call in. And if they don't, then we'll get ready to close up. So, options.
Vivian says, now you will miss out.
Yeah, maybe she was planning on calling in.
Is that a threat or a promise? I just want to know.
Now I'm rooting for her to call in, and I hope she has plenty to talk about.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you would say that, would you?
Yeah, because you guys are very fond of her. So, and that's the only reason you tease. You always tease your friends.
Sure. Yeah, that's it. I'll go with that.
She tries to smooth it over, then you go and ruin it every single time.
I wasn't being sarcastic. Vivian does know I'm just joking. I'm just joking with her. She knows that. Or at least that's what I'm saying in public,
Yeah, maybe she could call in and you can tell her about your dream.
Do I have a dream? What's the dream?
Well, you were telling me earlier about a dream. I don't know if you want to share it online or not. I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't have said anything.
I think you were mixing me up with Martin Luther King Jr.
That was just yesterday, so it's possible, I guess.
Yeah, just saying. He had a dream, too. But I think that was more of a, what do you call it? What's that word? When it's not literal?
Big figurative dream, not a literal dream?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Symbolic.
It's Purpose and Grace says she wants some chips now. Damn, I wish I had some chips. I don't have anything to snack on during the show.
Okay, I have a story, and it takes about an hour and a half. So I'll leave it up to you whether I tell my story or you open the phone lines.
Well, why don't you start your story while he opens the phone lines, and then if somebody calls in, can you pause it for a call?
I've got the phone lines open now.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Call in. It has started.
Do you happen to know the correct number for the phone line?
I better hurry up.
By the way, Armor, a whole show went through, and the entire time Hebrew had your phone number up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you messed with your audience the whole time. You're lucky they even came back.
Well, I'm trying to find. I think this is it. Hold on. Let me get the information up here.
And Sag, don't call out my bluff.
All right, I won't do that.
5632. Okay, this is it right here. There's the phone to call if anyone wants to call in, even if it's Vivian. I'll respect your wishes and I'll let you talk away. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Armor says, LOL, that's Hebrew. Totally was.
Yeah, it is something I would do, right?
It's great. It's funny. I mean, except for when somebody was actually on hold on your line. Imagine if you decided to go live and take calls and you have people holding and then they're calling you Hebrew and then they're like, wait a minute, this is Armor. What are we doing here? Too funny. I'm sorry.
That would have been something, kind of a nice little prank we should pull on him sometime.
He's probably got a call log, and he's like, "What the heck is going on with this?" Oh my gosh! I didn't hear your phone thingy say, "This telephone conference has started."
Oh, it started. It's just very quiet.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't always have to make noise, Just saying. And we got a call from San Antonio. Hey, what do you think?
You asked for it.
Isn't that okay, I'm gonna yeah.
Eat crow.
Hello, San Antonio. This is the Hebrew Show. How can I help you?
You're so mean. I'm not going to come on your show.
We can't hear her very well.
Do what now?
Hebrew, you need to be nice. I give you some good content.
Oh, hey, I got another call. Cool.
Turn them up though, please.
Well, can everybody hear her?
If you could make her just a little bit louder, maybe.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you guys hear her?
A little better.
Yeah, I hear her. Okay.
All right, go ahead, Vit. You're on the air live with Hebrew.
So I'm sure we all have things to share, but I wasn't going to call in, but then I thought, well, I'm just break the energy of negativity and push forward. How's that sound?
That's what Saji likes to do. He's always pushing forward.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what I was going to talk about was just a real quick one. I was mentioning it in the chat about one night that I woke up and I was looking at looking online at different things, Mandela effects, and I was looking at on Google search for Kit Kat bars, and this was around 8 months ago, I believe this happened, and so all of a sudden I popped up my Google and went to images, and every single image showed a dash. And so then I, kind of freaked out and thought, well, maybe did they put it back or what was the deal? And the next morning I woke up and checked it and they were all gone again. So I was around 3 o'clock in the morning and I thought it was really weird. What do you make of that?
Michelle, anybody, you guys want to talk on this? I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean It would have been great had you took a screenshot of it or something like that if it ever happens again, because I would love to have seen that. But I mean,
Right.
in this day and age, I would say anything's possible.
I'm in agreement with Saji on that. You know, you never know. Anything can happen. We're in uncharted territories as we're watching all this phenomena, go on around us.
Well, I've seen flip flops, but that was sure a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
But I said I've seen flip flops, but that was sure a quick flip flop.
Hmm.
But that's all I have to share.
Really?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Are you
when
serious?
you stifle somebody, shut down their spirituality. You shut down their ability to talk, and they're, then it just kind of leaves me in a position where if I don't feel wanted, well, I can't open up. So,
Honey.
Well, first of all, Vivian,
I
what
feel
was this?
different than most people, Hebrew.
You know how you know,
Very different energy level.
Vivian, make sure you realize that we were just playing. Yeah.
Things like that, so. But
you know how they feel about people, how they talk about them when they're not around or not on live. They have much respect for you and they like you a lot. So it was a joke.
Stories in people's lives that repeat themselves, and I'm just not. I don't get off to be picked at. So, and tonight especially, I'm really tired. I've been watching the Trump live thing for hours and hours on end. And
what's going on with that
right now?
Well, yeah. What's the latest on that? And Vivian, by the way, you are one of my favorite people to have call into the show. I always enjoy it when you call in.
Oh, that's sweet. Who said that?
This is Saji.
Oh, hey, Saji. Saji, are you a Sagittarian?
Yes.
Well, I'm a Sagittarian rising triple, and I'm a Pisces month, so I'm born in your fun time. Yeah, and you're happy tonight when you're happy. So, yeah, I can get that. I get that. But really, I don't have much other to say tonight. Just maybe something on the crocodile thing. Let me see if I got this right. Crocodile Dundee, the first one, was where she brings him into the city. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And he's not used to the. Do I got the right movie?
Yeah, it's like a fish out of water story. That's basically what it is.
For her. She went down to Australia in episode 1, and then he went to New York in episode 2.
Yeah, they did. They reversed it. Yeah.
And I remember the hat being more of a beige color, and I do remember it having some types of circle sort of pin things, but not like the one I sent you from that other movie. That one I sent you because I thought it was really off the wall, but I guess it was from the wrong movie. But I do remember it having like a tie thing that went around his neck. Like I kind of thought it was kind of silly looking on a man, to kind of hold his hat on, and it was like a drawstring. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so that's the one I remember. Maybe the feather,
kind of like really a jungle.
There, but I thought that there was something to do with a scene where she puts his hat on. Does anybody remember that?
You know what? I do think I know what you're talking about. There is a scene where she has a big, floppy white beige hat on. I think it has strings on it, and she also had her camera or binoculars or something around her neck, and then the crocodile comes along and bites down on those, whatever it is that's around her neck, and is pulling her into the water. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, no,
No.
I don't know. It's been so long since I saw the movie. All I know is that I could have swore that he had a tie thing around his neck, even in the street of New York. I saw, and I remember thinking how kind of silly it looked when he went. I think there was a scene where he went into sort of a restaurant or a coffee shop or something like that while he was on the streets of New York. When she went to work and left him by himself or something. I'd have to go back and look at the movie, but in those scenes, he would just walk around. And I remember laughing and thinking how weird it was that he had one of those tie things. Because when I was a kid, me and my brother had Halloween costumes like cowboy hats, and of course they had the little drawstrings under the neck, and I'm, something a kid would wear. I don't think an adult. And it was kind of why I thought I remembered that, but anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll let your phones get open so that you can have some other callers.
All right. Well, we do have another caller, but I want to let you know though, when I give people shit, it's out of love. It really is.
I've had so much shit out of love. It's amazing. I'm so amazed how much shit I've had out of love.
Well,
I love you. I love y'all too. I do. And,
okay.
And maybe another night when my energy's better. Right now, I'm engulfed in the Senate, all the stuff that's going on there, and so.
Take a break from watching that stuff, Viv, for a little bit, and let yourself bounce back out.
Do what?
Take a break from watching that stuff and let yourself balance back out.
Oh, I did. I turned it off to watch the show.
Nice.
I turned it off to watch your show.
So the last thing you needed was for them to tease at you. I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think there's a level of, respect I have for other people, and I try not to. I try to edify people and bring them up, and you never know where another person's come from. You don't know what they went through in school when they were growing up, or things that, constant things. And, sometimes I think God leads us into those things for the damages and can see how we're going to handle them. And look how I handled this. I still called in, right?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. It was a challenge. So, but really seriously, I'm exhausted, y'all. So I'm probably going to just sit here and listen until I fall asleep. And, I thought somebody said in the audience, they thought that maybe I was dreaming that I looked at my phone that night, but I was just lying in bed, but had not went to sleep yet when I looked and saw that Kit Kat Dash come back. And I was in such shock, I really didn't think screenshot this, right? Now, I don't really know if a screenshot itself could change, if other things are changing,
Yep. You can look at your screenshot and then the dash would be gone. I know. Yep.
Yeah. But I'll try to remember that. Let's just hope something like that don't happen again. I really kind of threw me for a loop. And in the morning, first thing I did was grab my phone and check it again. And everything was just back to, no dash. And that's the first Mandela effect. My granddaughter, while we were in the store, she brought that Kit Kat bar up to me and said, "Look, Ma." And I said, "No, we're not going to eat that stuff." And she said, "No." She said, "There's no dash." And she was born in 2009. And she showed me that in 2016. That's the first one she, saw. And and she's always telling me that she checks her movies because she sees Looney Tunes on her movies flip-flop back and forth all the time. So I'm wondering if, that part in that movie, in the Mandela effect where you see the tree changing color, where things start to just speed up. And also I will say time has just been flying like the last few days, like literally flying. So anyway, so I'm gonna go and let that other caller get in, and y'all have a good night, and I'll listen in.
All right. Thank you, Vivian, for calling, by the way. Seriously, I mean it.
Okay, Hebrew.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Sooner than you know.
Huh?
I said I'll talk to you soon. Sooner than you know.
Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, good night. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was Vivian on the phone, and now we have somebody, Madison, Wisconsin. You're on with Hebrew. What's up?
Good morning, big bro.
Hey, how's it going?
Anxiousness
Hmm?
is living in the future. Depression is living in the past. Joyous synchronicity is being in the now. Being in the now isn't analytical or anxious or sentimental of the past.
Who do we have here?
Preliminal.
Ah, Prelim. I thought that was you.
Hi, Pre. And you are so right. I was just about to agree with you, but I didn't want to.
Michelle, Sagittarius. Wow. I've just been getting out of analytical paralysis. Because I think everyone is forgetting how to just be in the now. Or maybe not forgetting, but we're getting distracted by anxiety or sentimentalness of the past. And the now is like, well, what can I do now in my situation? Isn't that where we make our best decisions? Because we're synchronizing with what we can do, and we're not anxious, we're not looking back, we're thinking, okay, this is, this is it's more obvious. It isn't so complicated. Like when we get all tangled by, like you just that sort of humble perception of not assuming. People make so much assumption about, what they've been conditioned with. And I've just been writing so much because I journal a lot, and I learn a lot from that because it gives me perspective on what I was thinking. And within all that, I want to get out of that. I don't want to be just writing and thinking. I want to be living. And we're all thinking too much, and we need, with good reason. I mean, it isn't that we shouldn't be thinking. Yet, if it has to coincide with action. So I just want to encourage everyone to be more active and more clear on the present rather than thinking ahead. Don't look at, it's here, like right now. This is it.
Right.
Each day counts, but it shouldn't be stuck in introspection. We can't be just introspecting all the time because that's not living.
Yeah,
That's
it's interesting.
All I wanted to say. And sometimes, as an artist, what I've learned is it's good to get out of rationality.
Sure.
Many artists love to just be silly and humorous and poetic and just get all that junk out and just kind of get out of the tendency is that we're always trying to make sense of our life. And what that does is it causes a neurotic paralysis. So you have to kind of just like, okay, wait, I got to get out of that. And I mean, it doesn't mean to be crazy or irrational. It just means like, only stay with the sense that you can utilize in your everyday life. And that means wisdom, not just material type of sense. It's, what I mean by wisdom, it becomes common sense rather than where you have to have really deep thoughts about it. It's just the automatic application of whatever wisdom you've learned, whether it be Christian or otherwise, means nothing unless you're practicing it.
Right.
Because you could read 100 books and it would mean nothing if you're not applying it to your life.
I agree. And you know,
and I'm not saying anything mind-blowing here. This is just a reminder, like, let's all remember that.
you know, you talk about living in the now.
So that each day, you know what I mean? So that each day
Right.
matters. That it's not just empty sitting around. You know, we all have ambitions and people that we love, and even if they might seem like they're from this other reality, but we should still treat them the same as we would.
Right. I just wanted to say that when you mention living in the now, it kind of reminds me of that proverb about the the father cares about clothing and feeding the birds of the air. Would he not, the better yet, clothe you? And he's talking about, don't worry about what tomorrow may bring. Don't be anxious for tomorrow, but just live for today.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That is such a. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I love that verse. That's very congruent with
everything you just said. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I love you guys. I'm going to take off. I just want to make that point, and I don't want to beat around the bush with all kinds of other ideas. Just focus on that one point.
Well, I got to tell you, Prelim, thanks for calling in, brother.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I know you have
you're
some.
Awesome. Everybody has to listen to her videos more. I learned a lot from her video. Very encouraging.
Yeah.
Is he talking about my videos?
I mean, everyone here has some twig of what's going on. No, it isn't like, oh, they're right and they're wrong. Everybody has a part of it, you know.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree with that. And
if somebody's messed up, don't hate them, don't discourage them. Just, if you can, try to give them an insight.
Lift each other up, always.
Yes, right, Michelle. That's right. Because if we're not doing that, then we're just thinking about ourselves. We're just like, oh, I'll include that person, but I'm going to be exclusive to them. I've been guilty. I mean, some people I can't handle because they're kind of troll, but they're sort of rude. Yeah.
You have your sovereignty too, though, Free. You can walk away. If you're not being treated,
it's really easy to just like give up on a person, but maybe that's the person you're supposed to help.
It's not giving up on them. You're still unconditionally loving them, but you have rights too to be treated fairly and being treated with respect. Treat others as you want to be treated. So if somebody's not treating you correctly, then walk away. But still pray for.
We can't handle it. Like, wow, that person's too extreme. I can't take it. And then we feel like, oh, what can I say to that person? Who am I to tell them?
Right.
They're already convinced of what they think, and
I'm only talking about like direct personal attacks that are made against your very person. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people in general. I'm talking about people that will pick you apart, pull you aside, and just try to put you asunder and try to take control over your very precious sovereignty that you have within you. You don't need to.
Thank you for saying that. Because, you made a great point right there. That applies in many situations. And I'm not going to take that apart, that said it. So, well, I don't want to, I kind of want to just keep my simplicity of what I was trying to say, and I appreciate your insights.
And Pri is also a fantastic artist. If anyone gets a chance to see his art, you should definitely check it out.
The thing is, everyone has that in them, but they just don't know it.
Yeah, but some people have a natural knack for it, and others have the natural knack for something else. Otherwise, it would be boring here if we all did the same thing.
Right. Excellent point again. See, we all have to be excellent at what we can do and what we're good at, and not get too spread out. Like, focus on what you're great at, even if you don't think you're good at it.
And food can be an art.
Like,
Cooking can be an art.
yeah,
There's different
something, and you know, everyone just has that tree, you know, that branch of the tree, and go with that. Go with what? Oh, my phone's dying. Well, hey, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Love you too. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
Thanks for calling, Prelim.
Thanks, Prelim. Thanks for hanging out with us. Is he still there? Oh.
Oh, is he still there? Is he gone? He
I
said
don't know.
he said goodbye, but his phone was dying. So.
Did he say goodbye? Okay, well, I didn't know.
What a wonderful couple conversations that you took just by opening the phones for a few minutes.
Yeah, you see what you see? Yeah. Oh wait, I was the one that was against it. I'm sorry. By the way.
Oh, by the way, I'm keeping count after those 2 phone calls. I think we're up to our 8th cuss word. So did we meet the quota?
I don't know. I think we need at least 2 more customers.
No, this is adult content. You're fine. You're fine. Oh my gosh, you guys crack me up. But actually, Vivian is actually what I would call a chef. She's an artist with food and can take items that you would normally think would be nasty or whatever, like tofu stuff, you know, because you can't have certain sugars or whatever in your diet, right? But she uses a different kind of sugar that doesn't affect that kind of a diet, and it tastes exactly like having the real thing. She's a food artist. She can create with different.
It's called a culinary artist.
She's a culinary artist. I'd put her more in the range of a master chef, because not only is it's beautiful to look at, you almost don't want to eat it because it's so pretty, but it's all healthy and good for you, and it will not hurt your sugar level. It's good sugars.
So have you actually tried this food, like yourself, tasted it?
No, I have seen her work, and she's given me some recipes, and I'm just astounded by it. And I'm going to try and make one of her recipes myself and taste it. But what she did was she made a plate of cupcakes and put them on one of those cupcake like ladder like type things that spiral around on different layers. And then it had little designs and decorations on each of them. It was very beautiful. But the children came in and ate them and did not know that they were without, they were like with the tofu and the different things. They ate them up like they were regular cupcakes. They did not know the difference. So if a child's going to come up and start wolfing down a bunch of cupcakes, she's got something going on there.
I concur. I agree. Yeah. Because kids will let you know if there's something funny about it. They'll be the first ones to tell you. They won't hold back.
They won't eat the whole thing. They'll just take a bite and throw it in the garbage. Kids are blunt. They're honest to a fault.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know. I know you said that you've invited her on, but if she would show some of her pictures of some of the foods, and when she cooks for her family, she had a holiday dinner at her home that was all made with these products, and the family came over and ate, and nobody knew that it was cooked in this manner. Everybody ate right through everything and had no problems with it whatsoever and enjoyed the dinner. So that's saying something for it too. So, And I've seen the pictures of the things that she's made, and I would have a hard time eating it because it's so pretty. And I would be afraid. I don't really have a big sweet tooth, so I would be like, oh, I probably wouldn't like it, but I probably would, knowing that it's the good sugars, like beet sugar instead of refined sugar. She uses different types that are actually healthy for you, but still have that sweet taste to it. See what I'm saying? So whenever you decide to have her on, I know you said that she's going to come on as a guest. Maybe she'll bring some of those pictures and share. You guys you won't believe it. You won't believe it. I was in shock when I seen the pictures of her dinners and the things that she makes.
Yeah, we could have her on sometime. It might be, maybe we'll do a special broadcast for that. Maybe
you should do like a cooking with Hebrew series and have her as a special guest.
Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, like, when
there
should be a special. Maybe we can do a special ladies' night where we have all you guys on.
All the girls,
all you gals.
Well, Sadie, you can come with the package. You and Hebrew are like the hosts with the most. You guys really are compatible.
Well, I appreciate that, but you're talking about Sadie. Okay.
Oh no, I'm talking about both of you.
Oh, okay. Well,
you complement each other. You're a good dynamic duo.
Which one's Robin?
I just say that, like Sadie brings a lot of logic and you bring a lot of humor. It's a good mix. You have, you've covered all your bases. You guys make a good pair.
Well, at least you didn't say the ambiguously gay duel. That would have been bad.
But I'm sure she would be willing to send you the images over where you can. I'm just ignoring that. I'm just going past it and moving on.
You seen that Saturday Night Live skit, right?
I used to watch Saturday Night Live.
Hold on, let me show you.
Here we go. And we are at about 2.5 hours. So it looks like soon he may let us go. We don't know. We're hostages. Just, Sadie and I, we're hostages and guests in his house. So we cannot leave until, well, actually we can leave, but I wouldn't.
Yep. I mean, you made it the whole show without getting a copy written, hopefully. And now you're going to bring up some SNL. You're going to ruin it.
Oh yeah. I don't know, dude. Well, is it pictures?
I could show just a clip. Just a clip.
It's for satire.
It's for educational purposes.
Well, you can use it for satire, educational purposes, and parody.
That's right. You tell them.
You should just plop that image up real quick, so that way it's displayed on your stream, the Fair Use Act, and then move forward with what you're sharing, so you're protected. We're jamming.
They are just
jamming.
Gary?
I was gonna get the
Gary, it holds all the secret.
That sounds like a commercial.
Take this crystal.
Oh no. I can't believe you've never heard of the well, here's the theme song. Oh wait, here's just a small clip. Just a small clip, fair use. Fair use. Although it's watermarked.
The one I gave you. All you have to do is pop that up. That's it. And just read the bottom paragraph. That's all.
Nah.
Okay. Lick your wounds later.
I'll just cut it out. I mean,
I'm just giving you crap. Is craft one of the words? Are we almost at our threshold?
It wouldn't hurt to just at least change the speed slightly, maybe.
Yeah, I do that, definitely.
I can't believe you guys never heard of these guys. But when you said gay duel, no, you didn't say gay duel.
dynamic duo.
That's all you, hero. You're on that level.
What are you
okay.
doing? You're on audio. No.
Oh no! What did I do? Oh well, here we go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But I can't stop.
That's crazy. No, I have never seen that before.
Really?
Okay, that's a hero touch all the way right there. That's not Saji. That's a total hero.
Oh, which one am I? Am I the one driving? Who am I?
You're the one that's being ridden.
I'm being rude.
Ridden.
Oh, I'm the one. you're
Saji's on your back, man. He's running the show.
You're a top, I guess.
Did you notice the phallic nature of the vehicle?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the whole part of the joke. Yeah. Saji's on top. That's funny.
That means you're the receiving.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. No.
No, you were fine. You were correct with what you were laughing at and everything. It's perfect.
No. We're not no. We're not doing that. No.
No?
No.
Well, why did you show that when I called you guys the dynamic duo and it reminded you of that?
Well,
it reminds Saji of that. It reminded you of that.
Yeah, I mean, we can start calling you she, bro, if that's what you like.
That might turn out to be my preferred pronoun. I don't know. We'll see. I can't believe. Now wait a minute. You used to watch Saturday Night Live back in the 90s, right?
Are you talking to me?
Well, you're the only one. Wait, you're not.
Are you talking to me? Yeah, I mean, I've never seen that before, but hey, you know, things can't slip past you from time to time.
Yeah, well, I would say that would be a good one to end the show on, don't you?
Yeah, sure. I would have. If you could delete that part out, that would be great.
Well, you know what? That clip might get deleted out. It might have to go. I don't know. Not because it'd get a copyright strike, just because you know.
You just didn't like what I said after. I got it. He's gonna take that whole section out. But he's the one. I said you guys make a good host. You compliment each other.
Oh,
you took it there, she-bro, whatever you want to be called.
Well, okay.
You took it the other direction. I don't know where you went. But it was funny.
Yeah, Purpose and Grace said we had a happy ending.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Where is this show going?
I think you just hit the adult content. Max.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
You know, I was going to try to tell you how much I love you, man, but now I don't really feel like it's appropriate. So
no.
No,
that would be very uncomfortable right now. Just saying.
Back to in all seriousness, Hebro will be coming on my place pretty soon, and hopefully get him some more exposure and to grow this channel.
You're not helping there with that.
What?
Just saying exposure and all that. I don't know.
Oh well, your mind is still on your cartoon, but you guys please share, and get his channel circulating, and let's build this channel to 1,000, and let's set a goal for ourselves. Like within a month, I think we could do it if we all work together with sharing his shows. Shifty Sundays, his Taco Tuesdays, the guests that he has on, his Thirsty Thursdays. they're pretty consecutive. He stays, he does come on those days. You can guarantee you'll see him. And so let's share this around and bring some more people to the fold, because this is a fun show and it is pretty much open format. And I always enjoy spending the evening with them on Tuesdays. Thanks.
Well, if I can't think of a better way to end the show than that, there, Hebrew, what do you say?
I'd say that's a good closing, a good then close on. I would say, yeah.
All right, you got the theme song ready?
By the way, thank you, Michelle. That was very lovely of you.
Yeah, and while you get the theme song ready, I'll give the room a shout out.
There you go. Give the room a final shout out, and don't forget, man. Don't forget Michael Fontaine.
I will not forget Michael Fontaine.
Okay.
Michael Fontaine?
Yeah, Michael Fontaine.
He's still in the room, Michael Fontaine?
I'm not sure. I have to check and see if he's
It rolled off the tongue so easily, Michael Fontaine. I love his name. I do. Okay,
But yes, fun show, says Michael Fontaine. Zoselli is in the house. Armor up. CJ Wood says good night, all. The truth sets you free. Eddie Von King, the real one. And Purpose and Grace. And let's see here. I'm scrolling. Oh, Awake and Activate was here. I think I know who that is. And so thank you everybody who tuned in. We really do appreciate you. I know I do. And I'm thankful to be here with my ambiguously cool counterpart. And Michelle as well. Thank you for coming. You actually add an element to the show as well. Your presence is very I don't know. You just, it seems like you bring something as well. You contribute. You fill in the blanks between me and Hebrew on this show. So it's just nice to have you on here. I'm glad you're here as well.
Thank you very much. Well, that's all to Hebrew. Just reaching out and asking, and I agreed. So you got me as long as you need me, unless I have an emergency come up or something, and then yeah. But I'll be here for you guys always, because it's fun and I enjoy it here.
Yep, as long as it's fun, that's how long we'll keep doing it. So where you at there, Hebrew Captain, sir?
Yeah, I thought we're just space filling right now until he's ready.
All right.
But,
well, I can think of about 2 more minutes of ways to compliment you. Can you think of about 2 more minutes of ways to compliment us, and we'll just keep doing that until.
And the chat was amazing. The interaction we had with the chat and everybody going back and forth and everybody participating is wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
It was an interesting show, very much so.
And we covered a lot.
Yeah, we did.
Great information was shared, and yeah, always appreciated. Are you ready, Hebrew? Is he gone?
No, he's still in here. I guess he's just trying to figure out how to get it all queued up.
Well, you know what? He's been better about not just leaving us. I have to say, I don't think he's left us once this time.
No, not for any significant amount of time, anyway.
No, I mean, there's times we're like, okay. And then he like pops back in. Hey. What is that?
That's my phone getting a notification.
Oh, I thought you were trying to start your electric car.
It did kind of, I could see how it would sound like that. I don't hear it. I just feel it vibrate in my hand. Just did it again.
Oh. Well, it does make a little sound. So that means vibration makes sound.
Well, yes. That's kind of, they go hand in hand, I think.
Yes.
Well, I am starting to get worried about him. We might have to send out a search party. See if Lassie can find him in the well.
Is he muted? He's not showing muted. But then you can't tell, like, if I mute myself in this screen, we can't tell. I don't think.
No, I can't. I'll go ahead and mute up. Tell me if you can tell.
All right, everybody. Well, that's been a very good show, and I do appreciate the way you guys compliment each other. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday for Taco Tuesday. But before that, don't forget to watch Shifty Sunday. And thanks, everybody, for being on, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody. And, oh, by the way, I've got a different thing. This is kind of a it looks like a pregnant Taco Tuesday dance, and it actually has the song with it. So here we go. Oh, I guess it would help if I shared, huh?
Yeah, I guess that probably would help. I mean, we could try to just kind of imagine it, I guess.
Well, I mean, the song's on there, but you guys heard the song 1,500 times. So, yeah. Okay, so let's see here. This has actually got the Taco Tuesday song that I use. So, fair use, fair use. This is a parody. Fair use. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
I know it's a pretty down night right now.
The hell?
Psych! Cause it's Taco Tuesday! Let's go! You ready to eat some tacos, bro? You ready to eat some tacos, bro?
What? And Patrick Stewart's not gay. Thank you.
Don't want no pizza.